Lots of famous people had decided at one point or other to write a book, either with their views on life or autobiographical. This is really neither of those things. It's a very particular genre, this notion of sharing the beliefs or the moments of truth that you feel you grew up with that informed you. What made you want to write this kind? What really, really, really made you want to write this kind of book at this stage?
Well, I think my parents put a lot of good forces in motion. It all replaced through the generations. And I began to recognize more and more of what I did back to certain events, episodes, stories when I was a child with my two sisters and brother. And I thought it deserved a wider audience. I mean, it was a love story for my mother and father, but it deserved a wider audience because we've written books on the commercialization of childhood and how parents are so pressed these days they can hardly keep a family intact because of longer commutes and more economic pressure. And that is a tremendous deficit in a society. I mean, the family's essential unit in society. You don't have to be a right-winger to understand that. And it's being pressured and torn asunder. And I thought that the way we were brought up, in the 17 traditions, or 17 ways mother and father brought us up, would resonate with a lot of families into saying, gee, we got a lot of wisdom, insight, experience in our own generational line. And why aren't we paying attention to it? Why aren't we more self-conscious about it? The memories are often of crises, tragedies, temper tantrums, whatever, and fun, but not enough of the best practices.
So you're 38 and you have 3 children. What rules would you set down for your family today?
Well, it's the same challenges, isn't it? You have to get them to eat right, respect their family, do their chores, conduct their studies on time, take care of their health. And those are all the traditions, by the way. So my mother would teach us how to take care of our health. When? When we were down with chickenpox, measles, and the mumps, we were very attentive to what she was saying. She had a great sense of timing. At any rate, I would rebel once in a while. But she would tell us, at a young age, you don't know enough to know what you want, what you need to eat. I'll tell you what to eat. Your father will eat what you eat. We'll all eat the same food. No double standard. But once in a while I would rebel. I remember once I was almost 8, and she put nice fresh celery, radishes, and carrots right on the table for beginners. And I quickly pounced on it. I said, I don't want it. I don't want to eat it. What'd you say? I don't want to eat it. I hate it. I don't like it. What do you mean, I? Who's I, Ralph? I says, what do you mean, who's I, Ralph? Me, Ralph, who's I? And she said, no, is I your liver, your kidney, your heart, your brain, your lungs? Tell me, who's I? You keep saying I. Well, by this time I was totally flummoxed. How can an 8-year-old answer this one, right? And then she leans over with her sweet smile and she says, Ralph, I think I know who I is. I is your tongue. And why are you pitting your tongue against your brain? This is good for you. Eat up. Now look how clever that was. At the time, I didn't know how clever it was. But it worked.
First of all, 4 hours went by, you were starved.
Because she didn't say, the world famous nutritionists say this is good for you. She internalized my conflict. So I'm starting to think, gee, is my tongue as important as my brain, as my eye? Extremely intuitive that way. And so that's another one. On the studies, we would discuss politics. We'd discuss economics. We'd discuss, we used to say we were educated at home and instructed in school. I came home one day, I was 10. My father said, Ralph, what'd you learn today in school? Did you learn how to believe or did you learn how to think?